right, Michael, thank you so much for that report. And that is one of the areas in our viewing area that when it rains, it hits pretty hard.
Yeah, and we talk about we need rain, we don't get enough rain. Then when you do get a lot of rain, you have the drainage issue there. So for those folks, it's a kind of a weird cycle, I guess. But thankfully for the rain we got here last night, and you said earlier some of that fell in the watershed where we needed it.
That's exactly right. We saw a decent amount of rain in the watershed. Going back to Petronila, it was actually about this time last year that they saw the 90 to 100 mile an hour winds from the straight line wind event.
I remember that
so it's about the year anniversary. I don't remember the exact date, but it was popping up on my memories feed. And so that was a very intense storm, and this was very similar to that event as well.
Springtime in Texas.
Spring thunderstorms are here. The good news is they're giving us some rain, and we don't necessarily want the damage with those storms, but we do want the rain. Here's a look at those rainfall totals across the coastal bend. So we picked up around a ½ an inch there in Corpus Christi. Bishop saw 0.47, so nearly a ½ an inch as well. Alice over 6/10 of an inch. Falfurrias, if you combine it with some of the rain that fell with that rogue storm that popped up yesterday, some of those rainfall totals are closer to an inch across Falfurrias. Cerritos saw around 1/4 of an inch. So a lot of decent rainfall across the coastal bend over the last 12 to 24 hours. And that does include the watershed, where we did pick up around 1 inch across a good chunk of the watershed. Of course, if we really want to fill up our lakes, we've been talking about how we need a 10-inch rain event that really follows a soaking rain event. And unfortunately, that's not really in the forecast this week. We're going to start to clear things out. But at least we did get some rain in the watershed, and the lake levels have gone up a little bit over the last 2 days. Winds now, they're much calmer. They're out of the north, which does have our temperatures a little bit cooler. We'll notice the cooler temperatures overnight, with temperatures falling into the 60s overnight. We're about 1 degree cooler than the same time yesterday in Corpus Christi, but look at Alice, 5 degrees cooler. Those temperatures right now are sitting in the 80s. We are dealing with some fair weather clouds out there this evening. Winds still out of the north, a little breezy, up to 14 miles per hour. We take a look at the bigger picture. The cold front has moved offshore, and it is impacting areas of Louisiana where it looks like there's some flash flood warnings in play. This is the one pocket of the coast, or really the United States, that has a risk of severe weather today. We also have a risk along the Atlantic coastline across Florida and into portions of the Carolinas as well. That's the rest of this evening. Now, as we look to Tuesday, that severe risk stays north, and Wednesday, good news, the severe risk stays out of Texas once again. So at least we get a break from having to worry about severe weather. We will see some low clouds start to develop overnight, and there is a chance for some fog. Now, one thing that will likely keep the fog away tonight is we're still breezy out of the north-northeast, and it's a drier north-northeast wind. But once we start to see our wind shifting out of the east into your Saturday, or not Saturday, man, wouldn't you love it to already be the weekend, into our Tuesday, then Tuesday into Wednesday morning, we may be dealing with a little bit more fog. Tomorrow, 88 degrees, the sunshine is returning, and our temperatures are heating back up. We'll have some 90s on the board. Here's what I mean about fog. Most of the coastal bend looking pretty clear tonight. But as we look ahead to Tuesday into Wednesday, this is when you may notice some pockets of low visibility shaping up, because look at that wind. It's back out of the east, and it's very light, which means our dew points are going to be higher, and we won't have the wind mixing things out, allowing for the fog to develop. Tuesday afternoon, 80s, we'll see some sunshine breaking through, but Wednesday is going to be the day we see the most sunshine. Look at that area of high pressure. It's going to set itself up over South Texas, really the Texas-Louisiana border, but that's going to put us in the prime spot for sunshine, but also the return of humidity. That humidity only going up as we look ahead to the weekend. So beach to bay, it's looking sweaty. No surprise there. If you are running the marathon relay or the full marathon or the half marathon, you can expect conditions to be on the warm side, humid side. We may have some clouds and a very low chance for a little spotty rain shower, but overall, it is a very steady, stable week ahead.